Hello there. This is my ZTTO, ZTTO, some people spell it, cassette, which I have just retired because it's damaged. And in order to show you how it is damaged, I'm going to show you a clip I recorded before I cleaned it up. So here goes. Do you see how the biggest cog is weaving from side to side? I thought that this is because of a crash I had a few days ago. However, once I show you what I have noticed when I took this cassette off the bike, when I was repairing the wheel, I'm not so sure anymore. Alright, here you can see the core of the issue. The backside of the cassette was pushed against the freehub body, as it should be, and apparently forces which go through the entire interface caused the cassette to shimmy just a little bit, and this wiggling motion caused the freehub to dig into the soft material of this backplate. However, this shouldn't happen because the backplate is obviously made of steel, and so is the freehub body on my bike. And I even described this particular mechanism when I was using it on a Cruise King hub. However, I wasn't using it on a Cruise King anymore. I sold that away, and now I'm using it on a very plebeian Novatec hub with a steel freehub body. Nonetheless, this shouldn't happen because this makes the entire cassette move from side to side. I was witnessing a degradation in shifting performance when it comes to the shifting to the biggest cogs. However, I thought this is just wear, and now I'm not so sure, because if this was happening over several months of riding, I don't know, maybe 2,000-3,000 kilometers and about 10 kilometers of elevation, and I ride hard uphill, if you know me. So, why did this happen? Apparently, this material of the backplate is so poor that it allowed this to happen. This speaks very poorly of the quality of the cassette, because I can live with this yellow thingy being scratched away with time, because obviously that's just coating, that's just cosmetics, and obviously this thing is very heavy. But this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen even in the cheapest possible stuff you get, which is kind of a bummer, really, because I was trying to use this in my review of the Sensa rear derailleur, and that's coming, don't worry. However, now I can't, because after my crash, this thing just wiggles side to side so much that it doesn't shift anymore. So I don't know. It was bad before, but now it's just appalling. For the sake of completeness, this is the lip against which the cassette was being pushed against, and as I said before, as the cassette was being pedaled in the lowest gears, it had to wiggle a bit, and each wiggle caused the edge of the slip to dig deeper into the cassette, which obviously caused deformation and caused the cassette to wiggle a bit after a while. I witnessed it before, but I just was fully aware of the problem when I took the cassette after inspecting the damage after the crash. So I really thought this is because of the crash, but I don't know. As you can see, this lip goes through the entire length of the free hub, and just about any HG free hub is built in precisely this way, because as you machine it, you have to take away here this part, so each ridge that keeps the cassette on the free hub which keeps the cassette from rotating on the free hub, is going to be machined with this valley here and this tight lip here. So The shifting quality of this cassette has been deteriorating, shifting to the highest cogs, has been deteriorating since my visit to Alps back in May, so that's quite some time. However, after my crash, it has changed from being slightly annoying, although continuously worse, to unbearable. So this poses a question: did the crash destroy the cassette, or was it just bound to break at one point? And I frankly don't know the answer, and now I have a problem to solve, which is what I'm supposed to do with it. I will try to get some sort of a warranty from ZTTO, because I know people, or to be more specific, there is a guy on MTBR forums who claims to be a representative of the brand. However, if that doesn't happen, I will probably just disassemble this and salvage the 1136 section of the cassette, because it is functional at this point. And I will just rate it as a sweet gold, although kind of flaky at this point, 1136 9 or 10 speed. So that's about that. And in conclusion, don't buy those things, because they're junk. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Alright, a little addendum before I close this video. My lack of recommendation for these is only true for those which have this backplate, which is made of steel, because the material of the cassette appears to be pretty good, because there is very little wear on it even after a year of riding, so there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with most of this construction, most of this design. Its weak point is this back steel plate, so you should avoid those which have this back steel plate. So now really, see you on the next one.